Hi, Jenny here. Today is Thursday, September 14th. So today was my last radiotherapy session. Yay! Woo! So excited. Radiation! Woo! Yay! Especially seeing as last week Monday I didn't know how I was going to get through another 8 sessions, let alone 4 sessions. So the angels and your prayers worked it that everything went so well, so smoothly. Matter of fact of that, I didn't get any worse than I was last week. In fact, I even got a little better. So I'm happy for that. So as you can see, we went to a sunflower farm. We last week, Sunday, it was last Sunday. One of those things kind of on my like bucket list, things I've wanted to do is go to a sunflower farm. And so seeing as I was feeling okay this last weekend, I looked up a farm knowing that usually the beginning of September is when the sunflowers are blooming, and I guess they only really bloom well for like 2 weeks. So it's a short period of time that if you want to get out and see them, you gotta kind of get out and see them. But I also learned that in reality you have a few more weeks, because we went to Girak's family farm. Now in Wisconsin here, in the area, there are about, the Milwaukee area, there are about 10 farms or so that they have listed that are good farms to go see. And I know a few of my other friends went to a couple other farms and they really enjoyed it, said it was a really good farm. And different farms will have different activities and things going on. This family farm really was just, there was a sunflower field. They had some extra flowers growing just in rows, and you could pick those flowers also if you would like. It was $5 to go see the sunflower field, but you also could pick then 5 flowers per person. So it was $5 per person, and you could pick 5 sunflowers per person. So the sun kind of went down. It's too dark, hopefully not. Yeah, so we didn't really want to have too many sunflowers, you know, here in the house, or my daughter went with and her boyfriend, and they didn't really want any at the house. She just wanted one small one to put in a vase. And so I think I picked 5 total sunflowers. There were 4 of us that went, my husband and me and my daughter and the boyfriend. The other daughter had just started school, started university again this year, and she's junior year. And between school and work, she's busy 6 days a week. So Sunday was her only day off. She was really super tired. She just wanted to relax. So she stayed home. But the 4 of us went. And so like I said, we could have had like 20 sunflowers. But it was like, yeah, 5 was enough. That was good. So I'd had 4 of them here. 2 of them already had kind of drooped and were dropping all their petals and everything. So I have 2 that lasted, that made it for this video. A little bit of color in there again. In any case, I made it through walking the sunflower field. That was good. They had a little bit of a maze for part of it. We first walked the outside of it and stuff. A lot of bees around between the sunflowers and the regular flowers, but they were interested in the flowers, which was very nice. They had no interest in us whatsoever. They left us alone, which was awesome. So I have a couple pictures of flowers with the bees on them too, and sunflowers. And then it was a matter of, as we were picking the sunflowers, to make sure we were picking them without the bees, and then hoping they weren't going to fly onto the flowers as we were carrying them back to the car, which a couple of them did. A couple of them followed us out back, and was like, no, go away, go find a different flower. So I brought a couple vases in the car. I didn't put water in them though, so they had water there, which was nice though. I put some water in there. And they also have apple orchard. So that's their main thing. It's a Girak orchard is what their name is. So they have a bunch of different apples. So we also picked up some Zaster apples. I'd never heard of them before, but we weren't up for picking our own apples at that point. It was just like, they have a cute little store as part of on their land and what they do. So they had some sourdough bread. They had bread with corn and I think peppers in there. My daughter bought some of that, and I had a piece of that. Tasted just like bread. I couldn't really taste any spices or that, but that was good. They had their own honey and maple syrup and apple cider and then bags of apples, and they had some meats that were there also. I didn't look at the meats. I don't know what kind of meat that was. I know they did have a rooster. The rooster was very talkative while we were there. So I don't know if they just do, like for themselves, if they just do eggs or something, or if they do sell chicken meat or anything. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't look at the meat counter. But in any case, so that was all very, very nice. So like we just bought a bag of apples. So I shared those with my daughter. And that was it for Sunday. Like I said, I'm happy that I was able to have the energy to be able to walk around for a bit. We were there for about an hour. So that was nice. Monday was another treatment, and that was like a regular treatment. Tuesday was a boost treatment. So I didn't know exactly what that was going to be, how it was going to work. I still laid on the table the same, and the machine kind of did some different stuff. So it was a little nerve-wracking of it kind of moved around me a little bit. The arms never pulled back. They kind of stayed out. The machine moved some more, and then it stopped for a while. I don't know what it was doing. They didn't talk to me at all during it, so it was just kind of like, okay, what's going on here? There was some time, and the machine did some stuff. There's a little light on the wall that says room in use that lights up when the machine is actually active and going. So I was kind of watching that too to see, okay, is that lighting up? It seemed like it did some radiation at some point where it kind of stayed on the bottom of me, and did that for a little bit. Like I said, then the machine stopped and stuff for a little bit, and then the table had moved at some point, but I think it was even more in the beginning than in the middle. So that's where they know they specifically really lined me up computer-wise. And then the machine went around again and did some stuff, which I think that was the radiation part of it. And that kind of stopped. I didn't hear the door open from them, like way down the hallway. I can hear the click of the door when they open it, and I didn't hear that. And I'm like, am I done yet? What's going on? And they said it was going to take a little longer. They said there was going to be extra, but I don't know. But then they finally came in. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And they're like, yeah, a little bit extra pictures. And they had the doctor come look at the pictures before they continued to finish it off or do whatever. And so, okay. Then I went and saw the doctor in the room because it was Tuesday. So I got to see the radiologist. And he just wanted to look at me right away first before he talked to me and stuff. So that was fine. So I did that. The nurse came in the room, and so they looked at my butt, and she even said, she's like, well, that looks even better than it did last week. So he was like, yeah, everything looked fine. So if by chance, again, there's any problems, anything happens worse, any bleeding, any urinating problems, I'm just supposed to call them and consult with them first and see what hints or whatever knowledge that they have and know before. It's like, before you go to an ER room or anything like that, call us first, and we'll see if we can help you out so you don't have like the ER room expenses and all that, which is very nice. And plus, again, they deal with this all the time. They know the problems that can come up. They know how to help. So that was good. And then he talked to me a little bit, and then he said, okay, so yeah, today was the boost, and supposedly the next 2 days I thought were also supposed to be boost days. But so then he said the area that what they did was, and then he pulled it on the computer screen and showed me. He goes, before they were kind of doing the whole abdomen area and like the lymph nodes in the groin area, and now they were just concentrating more on the tumor section. So the groin area should kind of start healing, which I was like, oh good, maybe it won't hurt to pee. That'll heal a little quicker, which it has been, which is, again, so nice, because that's been the area now that's more so bothersome. But that's getting better. And then that was really it then for Tuesday. That was kind of all we talked about. Everything else was fine. And then Wednesday and Thursday, my treatments seemed like normal. I did the normal machine, did its thing going around. The arm is pulled back. It did its going around again, hung out for its 6 seconds, came back around, and it shut off. And so if it's only doing the one area, but I also don't feel any more pain. I don't feel any different. So been a little more fatigued earlier. I get home and I have my breakfast and I have my pills, and by 11 or 12 o'clock I'm ready for a nap. But at least I kind of rested at the computer. I kind of fall asleep at the computer watching videos or something, and then, but then I'm good for the rest of the night. Whereas otherwise, like by 3, 4 o'clock, I'm ready for a nap and take an hour nap. This way, it's just been a little bit of kind of nodding off and maybe a half an hour nap at the computer. And then I'm pretty much good for the day. Just get my little nap in. Sleeping was okay the last 2 nights. Monday night, it was a little bit rough. It seemed, again, I couldn't fall asleep. But Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know, maybe part of it I had pizza. A slice of pizza for my bedtime snack with taking my pills and a cup of milk. So that probably could have helped. So that was good. Neuropathy in the fingers is a little bit worse. It's kind of gone a little bit more to the last 2 fingers now, and it's a little bit worse in the first 3. So of course I also decided to start a puzzle on, I think, Saturday. Not thinking anything, because how would I know? I've never done this, before, with having neuropathy, that I get the puzzle pieces out. Now I'm trying to separate them out and find the border pieces, and with the sensitivity of the fingers, I'm like, it was hard to kind of grab the pieces. And I'm like, oh. And then once I had some of the edge pieces and I'm trying to put some stuff together, it's hard to kind of tell when they really like snap in place, if they really feel like they're in place. So that's extra challenge in making this puzzle. Besides the fact it's like a Sherlock Holmes puzzle, so it's one of those like you read a story and then the puzzle solves kind of like the mystery of it. And there's no picture to go by. So I've got the border built and I've got a little bit of the insides built, but there's like a whole lot of like carpeting or stuff that is an area. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Without having a picture, there are some pieces that you always are like, ooh, look at this is like a little, almost like a pearl bookmark or a pearl, like on the edging of a book if you have the elastic stuff and you have, a piece of that attached as part of either a marker or just as a decoration. I'm like, where's that going to go in the puzzle? Because I kind of like putting the pieces kind of about where they go in the puzzle. So again, so you kind of know and kind of can maybe build around some stuff. Yeah, I don't have that. So it'll be a little while building this puzzle. At least my husband's helped me a little bit, so that's been nice. My daughter hasn't just yet. Usually she likes to do puzzles too, but we'll see. Like I said, she's really busy, so that's about it for now. So now I have like a 3-week break. Look at my calendar on my refrigerator there. Dun, dun, dun. It's Friday. I have 1 week off, 2 weeks off. The 28th, I have to go back and see my radiologist. He just wants to check the skin again and see how I'm doing, make sure everything is going okay. Because again, the radiation does, even though I'm done with daily treatments, the radiation itself keeps working for about another 3-4 weeks. So he said it would take about 9 days or so for the healing to start. I said the area to be healed, or I'm thinking more so for the area to more so really start healing. Like without having daily radiation again to my butt area where it's sore should start healing as of now. Although I know from the other weekends when even when I have a treatment on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's better. But then again by Sunday afternoon or what I can feel it's almost like it's just like a little bit more sore. So we'll see how after this weekend it goes, but then starting next week and everything, I think that area should all start healing. And I thought he said like within 9 days or so that the area should be mostly healed. But again, the radiation does keep working for a couple weeks. So he'll see me on the 28th and then on October 10th. So that's still going to be like another week or two. So I have like a month and a half off, kind of, sort of. I have like a month, and then I'll have my MRI and CT scan. And then it'll be another like 2 weeks before I get to see the surgeon. And so that's where I'm at. So again, I appreciate you guys for following me on this journey and keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. Again, I so appreciate that. And I hope that if you're going through anything like this, I've been able to help some of you out with things that I've been going through and things that I do to help myself out. Again, in the comments, write down anything that helps you out and what you've been going through. I really appreciate those comments too, to helps let me know other people have made it through this. Obviously, I know I'm not the only one. There's hundreds of thousands of us going through these types of journeys. So I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well, and you guys keep Keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.